depend. Connection isn't dependent upon us not talking to one another and giving each other space. Connection is us realizing that the space of your feelings are just as important as your thoughts. It's hard for men, I think, to connect through feeling, but it's very possible. We have it with our fathers and sons have it. If you have it there, you can usually have it in friendships. But if it's absent there, it's absent in every space, and you don't realize you can have it. Man. How you doing, Francisco? You look really in thought, man.
Yeah.
Today's going to be an open environment. We're just going to talk about what everybody's going through, because I thought that's a way to connect. So just talk about what you're going through with who you're with, and if it's something you want to bring up and see how these guys would approach it, let's do that. Let's just connect to each other's soul that way.
Cool.
Anybody want to go first?
I'm not seeing anybody, so.
Oh, well, then he probably needs our help more than anything. All right, let's start with you. Why aren't you seeing anyone?
Don't have a reason. Just I've been out there, met a few people, just talking to them online, on the phone through the chat stuff on the apps, but haven't really met anybody yet.
Are you looking for a connection?
Yeah.
Then feel it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You'll feel if you like, let's say you're doing these messages back and forth. If you get a feeling towards somebody, how do you let them know you have a feeling towards them?
I don't, because I haven't really had that feeling towards them.
So the I don't is rejecting them.
Yeah.
Do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't know, but that seems to be a lot of our inherent energy as men. When we don't do something, they can be rejected. And anybody in a relationship or with somebody knows what I'm talking about. Because you don't see something, they experience it as rejection. Did you guys know that?
No, I did not know that.
But does it make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Notice how their energy changes. Once their energy changes, it's a whole other different experience with them. Yeah. So, when you're in a relationship and, you could open up about whatever's going on. And then, when you go to ask them what their day was like or what's going on with them, did you notice that we don't take enough time to pay attention to how they feel about it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. This happens because of lack of connection. It doesn't happen because you have connection. Yes, Ian, I can feel your question.
And so you would probably say it's a disconnection from your own feelings. And then that disconnection is making you unavailable to hear their feelings in truth because you can't be vulnerable.
Let me show it to you a different way. How did your mother share her feelings with you?
That's crazy.
Did you feel yourself pull back all of a sudden? Did you feel that? You do it.
Yeah.
Did you feel it though?
Sure did. Yeah.
So that feeling there said that you were allowed to be a part of your mother's feelings, or you weren't?
Was not, because I was coming back.
Right. So when you come back, so here you are with a woman you're connected to. What do you think's showing up?
That same kind of knee-jerk reaction.
Oh, actually, it's quite twisted. Let me show you what it actually is. This is what's beautiful. You now have feelings, and you want her to be a part of your feelings, but you were never taught how.
Yeah.
So what happens is you become mom, she becomes you. Yeah. She's walking around feeling like you can be there for her feelings, or you can't.
Can't.
Yeah,
because I guess I got that from my mom.
Well,
so I'm passing that along to her.
So here's the question. Here's the $1 million question. You had to love your mom being that way.
Yeah.
So what kind of woman do you think you need to attract? A woman who treats you just like that. And if she doesn't, you're still going to have all the behaviors to mimic it. And you didn't even realize that this is what didn't teach you love. Where's the love in that? If our own mothers look at us and go, oh, they're boys, we don't feel anything. Oh, get up, you'll be fine. They treat us like that. Do we tell ourselves our feelings are important to women after that?
No.
So what we're called are narcissists. Doesn't that piss you off? Doesn't that piss? We're created from a woman that did this to us, and now we're raised and we want to love a woman, but we're going to be called a narcissist because we had a mother who didn't give a shit about our feelings. And this is fair. This is fair, isn't it? It doesn't make sense.
No.
So when you look at it, everything that we label doesn't make sense. We've labeled people narcissists. We've labeled people this or that. We've labeled everything and we've cut away from what it feels like. So how do you share your feelings if you cut away from what it feels like? And the girl that you're in love with is looking at you going, I thought you were in love with me. How come your feelings are so locked up? And you're over there going, I hate my feelings because I wasn't allowed to show them. That's literally what's happening to you. Or you do like what Francisco found earlier. You do that thing. You go, I'm not enough, am I? And I'm like, well, who told you that? I did. He says that like a question. I did. I told myself I wasn't enough. Wait. And then I said, well, no, I want you to really sit down and think about this. Ian, have you ever told yourself you're not enough?
I felt that, definitely.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've told myself it, but I've probably denied that feeling.
Well,
Definitely.
you know how you said, I felt that?
Yeah.
Yeah. Name a feeling that tells you you're not something. Do you see how that works, right? We don't even see that as rejecting ourselves and then calling to everybody to reject us so we can be right.
It's true, but it's more like not a feeling like I don't exist, but more that I'm not enough. And I think that that's from the rejection of that feeling part. Of course, I'm going to be not enough because I'm not whole, because my feelings are being rejected. So how could I ever be enough if I'm not connected to what I'm really feeling? Does that make sense?
Yeah. Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
How do you become whole?
You remember.
So I needed my mind to tell myself that I'm whole.
I guess you're already whole. So the remembering is kind of falling back into the experience of that.
I remember not feeling whole with Sherry until I didn't hide my pain. I realized I was whole.
Hmm.
I guess we have to pay attention to what we're saying to ourselves when we're saying we're not whole. We're without something. What have you learned to be without?
Feelings. Yeah.
Oh. So pretty much every man walking has this. And they want what we want more than anything is we want to feel loved and we want to experience love without having to make it into a problem. Because when you go to love someone, you start feeling like, okay, what am I going to do so they know that I love them? We don't even think like that. We think, oh, I need to find a way to make them know that I was thinking about, I got to go do this and do that. You'll do a bunch of things for them. But do you know what they want from you more than anything?
Starts with an L.
Oh, you got something. What do they want more than anything?
Love.
Absolutely not.
Really?
Absolute. Fuck, man, I've tried.
Vulnerability.
You tried giving love. When you think you're giving love, are you really giving love if you're not paying attention to how you feel?
No, it's not real love.
We want to throw out love. We want to, oh, I want to give them love. Well, if the one thing you want to do, because every woman is different. First of all, let's not all class them together. They're different depending on how they were raised.
Mhm.
They know most the healing that I've seen comes from a woman who literally disconnected from both parents. All that love is trapped in that woman. It's trapped because nobody took the time to sit with how they feel.
Hmm.
When you sit with how someone feels, that would be considered love. Doesn't mean you try to change their feeling. Doesn't mean you try to fix their feeling. Doesn't mean you don't do anything but say, can I just hold your hand as you're feeling this? Because if you can't do that, that's the first step of love. No matter what you do, that's what you would want.
Yep.
You would want somebody to sit and say, you know, do you feel like your feelings are important? Do people who are in your family, do they make you feel like your feelings are important?
It's never been something that we've modeled, or it wasn't something that we grew up knowing. I think, yeah, in short, no.
Your head shook no 8 times. 8 times. But every time you tried to say something, your head was doing this. So there's a resistance in your body to what that feels like. And there's a boy in there who knows how to heal. But you don't defend his no.
Yeah, that's true.
So how are you connected to anybody if you don't defend his no? Hi,
You feel-
look at Clinton. He's being all sexy, driving his car with his sunglasses on, looking all. It's summertime over there. We're over here in the cold. Oh. I didn't mean to get away from that, Ian, but I was just looking. I was like, why does he look like he's just enjoying his drive?
I am. I love driving.
Do you?
That's my favorite thing.
That me too. I'm actually, yeah. Don't put me in a race car. Don't put me in a race car by myself. I should say. I like to push it to a limit.
Yeah. Yeah.
Awesome. How are you feeling about what we're talking about?
Good. It's reminded me of a lot.
Oh, did you forget something?
Yeah, I did. You know, and I started falling into old habits again, and you know, it's put a strain on my connection with Tina. And I can look, I get it now. Like after the fact, I'm sort of sitting there and thinking, dude, what the fuck did you do that for? Knowing full well that it's already stuff that like we've talked about. And I've got to constantly remind myself about my past behaviors that that I don't need anymore.
Hey, Clinton.
Yeah.
What did you love about your past behaviors right now?
That's just it. I didn't then, and I don't now. But I'm falling.
But if you decide to love them right now, do you give them power or do you take away their power?
If I decide to love them, I'm giving them the power.
If you love them right now, will you be giving them the power or taking away the power? Those habits, loving them. Have you ever heard, oh, maybe we should ask Francisco.
Yeah.
What were you saying earlier about what happens when you love something?
It changes.
Oh shit. Have you guys ever noticed that?
Yeah.
When you love someone or something, it changes.
Yeah.
So what if you decided to love your habits?
Yeah. Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
What do you get?
That it will change the way I am with them.
Oh shit.
Because it's exactly right. What I've been doing is, you know, the old habit will rear itself up, and all of a sudden I'll become defensive.
Yeah, and you don't like the habit, so you give it power to keep doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah. And all I'm saying is, are you sure you don't want to love that now?
Yeah. to your truck.
I'm just saying, hey, look, hey,
Mhm.
I didn't create love. I'm just telling you the way that it seems to work.
Yeah, and that's it. That's it. It is. That is what it's about. It is giving it that love, so it, it changes everything about it.
Yeah, but stop being so hard on your habits that are
Yeah,
rearing
yeah.
your ugly head. Because if you love those habits and go, Tina, let me tell you what happened. See, the reason I'm behaving this way is because when I learned how to love, I didn't learn how to love from a woman I felt a connection to. I had to learn from somebody next to that person. So I'm looking for a way to push you aside so I can try to do that myself. And I'm screwing it up. Can you help me? Makes more sense. Right? Because
Yeah.
it's like you have to realize what you're doing to you, you're doing to a child in you.
Mm.
And they're watching you do this.
Yeah.
Women
Yeah.
will watch you. They will watch that child and not tell you they can see it because they're paying attention to see if you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, that lesson sucked. I feel that one miserably. Yeah. Ron here needs to get out there and find him a Tina.
Yeah.
Clinton, any word of advice?
Gee, yeah.
They're military men, so you
Yeah.
guys could talk that lingo.
Yeah.
Did we lose Clinton? Oh, there he is.
There he is. He moved.
You back?
He must be in a dead area.
Yeah. Well, you see, he's
Yeah.
in New Zealand, so you never know. It could be a UFO. It could be anything.
Yeah. Could be Jaws.
It could be. Oh, he can hear us.
Yeah.
Oh, nope, he moved.
Como?
He's in between cell towers. There you go. Are you back?
I'll hope so.
Yeah, you're coming in a little
Yeah,
broke up.
New Zealand, we don't have much cell phone coverage.
Got it.
Yeah, so we've still got people standing on hills with signal flags.
Wow.
Yeah. That's how we communicate here.
Nice.
There
Yeah.
you go.
Hey,
And
you
I
know
think
what? They have a string with solo cups now.
Yeah. We haven't quite got that close yet. I've heard they're coming
We
in
can
soon.
send you, I think we can send you some string.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
You got solo cups?
No, we've got to work up to that one.
Francisco's got some solo cups.
Okay.
Mhm.
So we're talking about the thing about women and how they love, or when you love someone. Have you ever asked yourself if you know how to receive love? Have you ever asked yourself that and felt the truth? Yeah,
And
I'm
it's not
saying,
like this.
No, I haven't.
if you really sit and go, do I know how to receive love? You'll feel something inside that either feels resistant or it'll feel like flow.
Yeah, I remember.
You feel that?
Yeah.
You feel it? See, I had to go into that. And every time I got into that, I found pain. So I kept pushing it away.
Yeah. Amy and I spent a lot of time talking about that.
Talking about it. Talking is sound.
No.
Feeling is how did you guys pull the feeling in?
Hmm.
Yeah, do you feel that?
Yeah.
Okay, that meant that you disconnected from it.
Right.
So it wasn't intentional. It's
No.
just knowing, I know your past.
Yeah.
So I know sitting with a woman and actually her paying attention to your feelings was something you weren't given a lot.
Right.
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 And nobody really sat down with you as a woman and let you really experience it and not made you feel like you were doing something wrong.
Right.
That's the space you got to sit in.
Yeah. Amy and I, she did that. We did that for 3 of our sessions.
Okay.
With her, it was easy because I was real relaxed with her and we could talk through it and then work through it. And she would just go, well, how are you feeling? And I'd have to go, okay, I've not experienced this before.
So you're saying Amy knew how to listen to your feelings.
Yes.
She really paid attention to your feelings.
Yes.
Hey, Francisco, did you hear that? Oh, I'm sorry. Did you know Francisco and Amy
No.
That's Francisco. Amy's Francisco.
Oh, I did. Oh,
Francisco's Amy.
oh, okay.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're telling him that he ignores. I'm waiting for you to say, no, I don't.
No, no.
But he sat with her to know, and it was kind of a really interesting connection there.
Mhm.
Their pain was similar.
Yes.
That's the thing about when you attract somebody with similar pain. They abandon it like you did.
Yeah.
Yeah. And things that they don't abandon, they won't abandon in another person, but they continue to abandon themselves, which abandons that person. And it's hard to see because we all are in our heads thinking about it, not thinking about the outcome of our income. Yeah, your thinking is the worst income you got.
Yes.
Yeah.
Don't tell yourself you're rich because you think a lot.
Right.
That's not true. Your feelings have unlimited wealth. But I guess it depends on whether or not you're letting yourself feel that or not. If you don't let yourself feel your pain, you're nowhere near it. Don't think you can magically pull it up and say, oh, I got rid of my pain. Look at what I found. That doesn't know. That's bullshit. Go into the pain. That's where the treasure is. I mean,
After going through the pain, like, just heals? What, like,
well, ask yourself this. When you've taken pain to someone and made it open, how long did you hurt for?
just a moment?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
Yeah, just a moment.
Yeah, you made it sound like it happened really pretty quick. Like, you know, that's how you heal. But yet, when do you choose that?
I don't.
So you want somebody who's going to put up with that.
Mm.
Yeah.
Oh, if I'm choosing that, yeah.
Yeah. And did you realize that you were doing that?
Just now.
Yeah, your thoughts won't let you realize that. There's so much thought that's happening to you right now. You don't even know what feeling is. Because if you could just sit in your feelings without your thoughts, you'd be free. But you know how to get there. I can tell you one thing. You don't get there by ignoring your pain. You don't get there by stuffing it. You don't get there by hiding it. You don't get there by acting like it doesn't exist. You don't get there by saying, I'm going to be a man, or telling people you're strong. What is stronger than vulnerability on our planet? Go ahead. Name one thing stronger than vulnerability on our planet.
Yeah, nothing.
You got nothing. You got anything, Francisco?
No.
Ian?
No, because vulnerability, it's for me, it's like yielding. And so nothing's stronger than yielding, because yielding isn't trying to fight. It's just always, it's triumphing through just bending. So vulnerability is like the way to overcome anything. So yeah, I got nothing.
Yeah.
Vulnerability and overcoming. Never saw that one. I've seen vulnerability go into something, but never overcome it. I've seen it just embrace all of it and feel it all. You know, like a baby, when a baby comes into the world, they're completely vulnerable. They're at the peak state of true love.
Yeah.
Because they don't have to hide what they're feeling. They don't have to hide if they're hungry. They don't have to hide if they want to shit their pants. They don't have to hide if they want to pee across the room. They don't give a shit. They're free.
Yep.
And then they're taught rules. Rules and vulnerability don't go together. Yeah, I'm just waiting for y'all to feel that. Because man, that lesson sucked.
Yeah.
When you really have to be vulnerable with someone, it's because you realize you really love yourself. That's when you know it. Huh?
Yeah. What I found hard is to know when I'm speaking from the feeling than from a thought.
You remember when you were like 2 or 3 and you first started to realize you could put words together to get people around you to do things?
Yeah.
Go there. And just stay in that state. It makes it easier. Then you can just take the words and put them where you want. They land differently. Like when I'm talking to you, you can feel what I'm saying. I'm just saying, did somebody win?
No, the Blue Jackets just scored.
Sorry, hockey fan. New Zealand people get it.
Give us a week or two. Takes a while to get down here.
The experience of being vulnerable, Francisco, is not hard. It's your mind doesn't let you go there. Your mind doesn't let you go back to a state of where you have to be a child again, because your brain was forced to tell you that you couldn't be a child anymore. This is what education has done. It didn't educate you on what you could do. It educated you on how they wanted you to be. When do you educate yourself on how you want to be? And that can be vulnerable if you choose it. Vulnerable means you can say, I'm hurting because I don't know how to tell you I love you. It's as simple as that. I remember when I said that. And I said it in the mirror. I didn't say it to her first. That shit wouldn't have worked. She'd be like, I could see through you. I'm like, God damn it. It sucked. It was like talking to myself when I was talking to her. And then I realized I didn't like who she was talking to. I'm jealous of the person you talk to because he seems like a pretty cool guy, but the guy I gotta live with sucks. I don't like him. You ever done that? You ever been with a girl and every time you were with that girl, you liked yourself, but as soon as you got away from her, you didn't like yourself at all? You ever had that? Oh, you've had that, Clinton?
Yeah, definitely.
You know what that is, right?
It's shit.
Actually, I found out it's a childhood wound.
Really?
Okay.
We learned how to be exactly what our mother wanted us to be. So we submitted and started doing, when she come around, we changed and be what she wanted to be. And as soon as she left, we changed and didn't.
Yeah.
Because we told ourselves that we were only going to be loved for acting the way we were acting. We weren't going to be loved if we were acting the way we wanted to be.
Yeah, and that's, like, with that said, that was my childhood, because I got handed around the family.
Yep.
You had to learn how to be one way with one family, and then you got taken away from them and given to another one, and then you had to learn how they were, and you had to learn what to be a different way with them. So, I know that's been my whole life, of just trying to be the people pleaser and learn how to be a certain type of person at certain points of the day. And yeah, what a headache.
What do you like? What do you like about that job?
I didn't, but I thought for me that was what I deemed as normal.
It seems like
that was normal.
It seems like work. It seems like you're going to be tired after a period of time.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
You
have you ever
never
thought
find out who you truly are.
Have you ever thought to say, Tina, I feel a connection to you.
Yeah.
I don't know how to love one I'm connected to this close. Can you help me?
Yeah, no, I've never thought of doing that.
But where did you learn to love a woman you're connected to up close?
Well, that's just it. I don't think I did.
Right. Well, you think you just didn't, but how does it feel? Does it feel like you learned anything there?
With that comment or from the past?
If you feel into this feeling of not loving a woman you're connected to directly in front of you, is there a feeling there that says you have that access or you don't?
I do.
Okay. And what actions do you have to support that currently?
See the look on my face? Yeah.
Yeah, that's called resistance. And I meant to say no, I don't. But that's okay. I want you to step into that platform to realize that what you just did, you just told Tina how important she is.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you're not telling you how important you are.
Yeah.
Why are you making her more important than you? She ain't gonna be able to feel you.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So what you have to do is you have to look at yourself completely different. Because if you looked at yourself through Tina's eyes, would you want to be with you?
Right now, no, not really.
Did you notice you didn't say yes?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but you could have changed that right now. Did you notice you didn't?
Yeah, I did.
You're nowhere near Tina.
No.
So you know how to love a woman you're connected to at a distance.
Yes.
So this is comfortable for you.
Dang it. Yes.
So if you were going to be uncomfortable, you'd be vulnerable, yes?
Yeah.
Run towards her. It'll make you uncomfortable.
Okay.
You remember?
Yeah. Yeah.
I remember when you were running away from me before. And I was saying, hey, Clinton, where are you running to? And you're like, nobody. Like, I watched all of this anger come up out of you. And I remember saying to you, are you angry about them or you? Do you remember what you said?
No, I don't.
Feel it. Are you angry at them or you?
Me.
Okay, just making sure. I want you to see that that's still happening to you. Stop being angry with you, Clinton. Love yourself. You're worth it. What you're doing to you is saying, I'm not worth it. Bam, bam. I'm going, hey, Clinton, that's that same guy. You remember? You said you were going to love him.
Yeah. 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 Yeah.
Don't forget
Yeah.
about him. As men, we forget about that part of ourselves that needs somebody.
Yeah.
If you don't have needs, how are you going to help somebody have theirs?
Yeah. True.
What kind of needs do you have, Ian? You're welcome. Oh, you're feeling that.
Yeah, feeling into that.
You feel resistant or flow?
Resistant.
Yeah. Why aren't your needs important? Ouch. Your whole energy just changed.
Yeah, I think I was feeling into that child part of me that you've been talking about. Who?
You don't, oh, so I have to talk about him for you to know that he's there? I mean,
No, that's the feeling you saw come over me. I'm referencing. That's the one that you were.
I want to show you guys something. All of you right now, I want you to get into the space with me. So I'm going to tell you what I'm doing right now. Right now, I've been paying attention to my heartbeat because my heartbeat is at a steady level. Are you paying attention to yours yet?
Yeah.
Okay, that is a child inside of you who knows how to heal.
Hmm.
If you stop listening to his heartbeat, are you paying attention to him?
No.
You can feel him beating your heart right now. That same boy that would run to somebody, open up and let them love him. What are you doing to him right now?
Not listening.
Oh, do you think he wants you to listen to him or pay attention to how he feels?
Pay attention to how he feels.
Good. Stop listening then. Start paying attention to how you feel. Right? Your needs, Ian, why don't you let them matter?
I think I'm hurt.
Yeah.
Did you see what your head did?
I didn't. No.
Did you see it, Francisco?
I know, I think so.
Did you see what his head did? What does it head? I think Clinton even saw it and he's looking at the road and he could have saw what your head did. Did you see what his head did when he went to go answer this? I asked you, when are you going to let your needs be important? Your head, you pull back and then go like this. So whatever happened that caused you to feel that way, can you tell us about it? Why aren't your needs important? How did mom make your needs important? Oh,
Yeah, I think my needs in feeling, in connection to that part of me that was a child that had feelings was rejected, oftentimes for bringing those feelings up or speaking about them, had them shut
who,
down.
who rejected them?
My mother.
How did you tell mom about the hurt?
I didn't.
So how is she responsible for you rejecting yourself?
No, she's not.
But we want to blame, because this is how blame works, right? We're blaming mom for something you didn't even tell her you had.
Right.
So do you do that in your relationship still?
Yeah, if I'm being honest, yeah, I do.
Oh, no, you can lie to us. I mean, the only way you heal is with the truth.
Yeah.
Honesty and the truth, right? Do you believe they're the same thing? Clinton's head's shaking no. Francisco's head's shaking no. Did your head shake no?
No.
Are honesty and the truth the same thing?
I think they are.
Okay, think they are. The truth is something you can think of, or the truth is something you can feel.
The truth is the feeling.
Yeah, did you notice you're in think and call honesty and truth are the same thing? So if you notice, they feel different. Honesty, I can go, Ian, don't worry, man, you got this, man. I could do that. Because then you'd see me being honest with you, but then over here going, no, and I could do that. But that's what it feels like. Or I could just say, your feelings are so important, man. Let her know. Let her know when you're hurting. Let her know when you're sad. And let her know you don't know why.
Hmm.
Don't you need that?
Yes.
Did you notice you're saying, no, I'm going to be honest? Honesty is dangerous. I used to be honest, and I would hide everything because I didn't tell the truth, all of the truth. I was being honest. Honesty requires judgment towards the truth. The truth doesn't know what judgment is. Feel it. Did your mother know that your heart was broken around her? The truth?
No.
So she had to love a boy who had a broken heart. What do you think you're making sure the person you're connected to is doing?
Hmm.
And how have you loved the boy with the broken heart?
Same way my mother did.
Impressive. Did you have any siblings?
Yes.
Male or female?
2 sisters.
Oh, shit. So you'd be looking for some kind of salvation in 2 other people just to make sure that the one makes sense. Your sisters, they older or younger?
I'm in the middle.
Oh, you were the forgotten one. They forgot they had a boy in this case. So you're the opposite. Me and my brother are the oldest. I'm the middle. My brother's the oldest. My sister's the youngest. So I had a masculine up here that I connected to and a feminine down there I didn't because I didn't over here. So it broke me off between 2 feminine that I always had to have a disconnect with in some way. Made it really easy to have relationships that were disconnected with women because I knew how to love a disconnected woman. See? What did you learn?
Well, my dad was also absent.
Oh,
So
cool. You learned how to love a man who wasn't there.
yes, or to shut down my feelings so that I could be the man that I thought my family needed.
So you decided to leave your family the way your dad did. You just did it presently. You just stayed in front of them. They didn't even know you were gone. Because who asked you how you felt about him not being there?
And no one did that.
So did you notice that when you didn't tell anyone that made you just as absent as he was? Because didn't you have some feelings about this?
I did, yeah.
See, we hide ourselves in connection for these kinds of wounds. The pain that they cause is great. I mean, Clinton, they'll tell you, he didn't have his mom and his dad, but he came and he sat down and he went and he created a connection to both of them. That is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. Then Tina came into his life. So he opened himself up for connection.
Mhm.
What did he end up finding when he got in there? That the tools that he needed to keep the connection, he didn't have. He has his vulnerability. That's what he has. That's the only tool you need. I mean, you can't heal without it. Can you? Can you heal without your vulnerability?
I'm going with a no, because you need vulnerability to be there to heal.
But when you're a very vulnerable person, you guys don't realize how vulnerable this man is. He is very vulnerable. He feels my pain, he starts crying.
Yep.
Drop of a hat. And it's like, oh, and I'm like, okay, but then I get vulnerable with him and then healing. Now, remember, this is the ex-husband. I'm the current husband. And there's this beautiful woman in between us who connects us. Now, the interesting thing is, I knew how to do that. See, some things we have are strengths. I knew how to connect to an older brother through a woman I'm connected to. So I look at him the same way I look at my brother. He didn't have that back connection. He's got it now. So it's healed something in him and allowing him to have connections in different ways. But we still need to heal him as far as opening up to a woman.
Yes.
What kinds of conversations do you have with a woman on a date? This should be interesting.
Well, when I met two women, we talked about, well, us.
Oh, really?
Yes.
You brought me up?
Yeah.
He talked about a strange black man with a woman he never.
Um,
That's oh man, I'm honored. Oh well, shit. Next time I ask you to go on a date with you, shit, I'll go.
Hell to space time.
I'll help you out.
No, I talked about a lot about what I went through.
Yeah.
Why? Because like the question always comes up, how long have you been dating? And I go back to prior to COVID when I stopped dating. COVID hit, Sherry got sick, the whole 9 yards. I go through that and I eventually winds up to where we are present day.
How many years is that?
2019, so 5.
No, you've been dating for 5 years?
No, I've not been dating for about 5 years.
Okay.
So I tell them why I haven't been dating.
What do you tell them is the reason you haven't been dating?
I don't give them a reason. I just tell them that I stopped.
You know what you should have done? You should, this would have been his king point. Tell me this wouldn't have sounded amazing. If you would have just said, for the last 5 years, I connected to my family and we helped somebody get through my ex-wife, as a matter of fact, we helped her get through that, my son's mother. We helped connect to her and I kept a very small circle during that time for her safety. They're going to go, he's a fireman. That's literally what they'll think, but he doesn't realize what kind of gold that is.
So,
because he really did kind of cut off everybody because he kept saying, we got to protect you guys. He didn't have to do that.
no, I felt I needed to do that.
See there. Now, a woman who can feel that and know that that's in you will want to know more.
Yeah. And so I go into great detail about everything.
Well, how do you ask them about how they feel about that?
I asked them how they feel about it. And usually they were like, wow, that's nice. Or, wow, they're really kind of, their eyes get really big. Like, I can't believe I'm sitting here next to a guy who actually said that to me, because they don't know how to receive that.
Wow. Do you ask them, do you know how to receive that?
No, I have not.
Well, how do you know they don't know how to receive it?
That's what I don't know.
Right. So we're going to continue this. You guys want to help? You guys want to see if we can get Ron with somebody in the next 3 weeks? You guys
Yeah.
in?
Yeah.
Everybody in? You in?
Yeah.
Clinton?
Yeah.
Clinton,
Yeah.
You gotta go fix your shit and help this military brother over here out. Tell
Right
him
on.
out of this.